Welcome to More For Me with yours truly, Kat Necole. What up, homie? What's going on with you? I pray that all is well your way. I'm going to be honest with you. I slid into the studio real quick and I'm on my way somewhere. So I didn't want to wear my white top. And because of the economy of time, it is what it is. But it's still going to be good. Come on, lean in. You ready? Welcome. If this is your first time to the show, I don't know what brought you by this way or whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast platform, but I am honored that you did stop by. Stick around. And if this is not your first time, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I love to gather and kick it with my homies in the studio here on this good Homieship. Let's get into it for today. Expect more. Every week we come here and we talk about how God has more for me and God has more for you. Do you believe it? What's your expectation like then? If you believe that God has more for you, what are you expecting? See, sometimes there's something that we can have in our minds, in our head, that those are thoughts. But what's in your heart? Man, I have this little saying, right? It's amazing what happens when your head, your heart, and your hands collide. Like that's transformation. That's action. That's when it really plays out, right? So it has what you think in your head, has that hit your heart? And you know you're really talking when it hits your hands. Are you moving in a way that shows that you're expecting more for God? That's not being timid. That's not procrastinating. That's not making decisions out of fear. Do you believe that God will give you the more that he has for you? Do you believe you deserve it? Like there's just so many questions. And I really have found over the past couple of weeks, taking a deep dive and a look and watching what's happening around me with people I know, but then also reflecting myself. It's like, man, if I really believe that God has more for me in this way, or he has this explicit thing for me, I would move in a different way. And so that's what I'm here this week to encourage you guys, not just to talk about more, not just more for me, not just more for you, but to believe it, to walk like, live like, talk like that God has more for you because you expect more. Not to expect less, not to expect a negative outcome, but to expect more, that God really does have more for you. Don't just think it, don't just hear it, but let it move from your head to your heart to your hands. And that's going to be a beautiful collision to be walking in the more that God has for you. Simple, to the point. I'm not even going to belabor it. I think it does what it needs to do right there. So go ahead and marinate on that thought. And I pray that that it would move beyond a thought and that you really would live a life that is expectant of what God has for you. That's all for this week. We're going to meet here again next week, same mode, same time, same place. But until then, remember, God really does have more for me. He really does have more for you. Now let's get it. Take care.